Hey YouTube. So I already posted a picture on the skidder, or a video on the skidder. I have done a couple little things since then. I painted the air filter, masked everything off, and then I painted the air filter so it's not all like a faded, rusty green. I touched up a couple spots that I'd missed, and then Isaac Larson commented about having green. I like the green. I didn't have enough green to do the wheels, that's why I didn't do it. And this one I had, two were yellow, one was blue, and one was green on the wheels. So I just went ahead with all the yellow. But I did, because I did the green, and this was just paint I had over in my little collection of paint. I had the can of green for that air filter. And so with what I had left, I had about a can and a half. And I mean, this is the back side, so it doesn't matter, but there's some thin spots. But I went ahead and painted, you can't really see, it looks black here, but I painted the sides green. So they're same color green as the, I mean, it's still wet. I literally painted them. I mean, there's some spots that I missed. I ran out of paint. I'll touch them up when it cures. I'll grab another can, touch them up. But I painted them that same forest green. You can see actually what color green it is on this side. It looks kind of like crap on my phone, but it's just a forest green. Painted the saddle for the winch. I didn't paint the winch because not only did I freaking run out of paint, the front where the radiator shell's actually got some really thin spots on it. But I finished this off with a freaking paintbrush, scraping out the barrel of the can. But painted the seat cover, masked it off for the serial number there. You know, it looks pretty good. I'll get the paint off that serial number on this. Is C9016-107, model 666. No idea what year it is. All I know is it's the early one. I've got some dirt on this thing. I'm afraid to scratch the thing after I painted it. Dang it. I put a tarp over this when I painted the green, and nothing was quite cured yet. Now I got some, freaking doesn't matter, but it drives me nuts after spending all that time painting this thing and then have imperfect spots. But you can see here's a couple real thin spots. Actually, just to finish it off in the gun, I mixed it with like almost half freaking thinner so I could make it stretch, because I already put, what was it, five gallons of paint and 4 gallons of primer on this, and I just don't have any more money right now. Today's Monday, and I'm not even working. Sucks. It's raining too, or it was raining, but I haven't been able to cut, so no work for me. It sucks because I have a lot of potential, and I can jump on any equipment, but you know, where I work, great outfit, but they don't know that, and so I gotta hold off and be patient until they let me feel comfortable with me jumping on machines instead of just pull frickin' chokers all day. But anyway, so that's update on the skidder. Got all the tin painted, and now I just gotta bolt it on. So looks good. I'm glad I took that saddle off. I was able to paint inside the bottom of the skidder, and then paint that, and that'll look a lot nicer. You know, there's a guy that I know I met on Facebook, and he has a Gearmatic 119, not a 19 like mine. From what I understand from after I called Allied, they told me the 119 is pretty much almost exactly the same, except for the pinion gear's one tooth larger, and I think it's just one tooth larger, they said, and so it spools in a little faster. I don't know if that's going to be a big deal or not on mine, but it would be kind of nice to have a working winch, because that thing I just don't think is worth it, and I can't find anyone with a Gearmatic 19 that'll sell it to me. So only thing I'm wondering about on 119 is if These are the bolt holes that bolt the winch into place, and I wonder if they line up. And if they don't, no big deal. I'll pull this back off. When I put it on and put the bolts on with never sees, so they don't rust. And then I can always pull this off, mount it on the drill press, and freaking or a radial arm press. My buddy has a radial arm press, and drill some new mounting holes if needed. So as long as where that pinion comes in is in the right same spot on the 119, which I think it is, just from what I looked up online. If that's all the same, then I'll probably buy it. He offered it to me for $1,000. Working, it's on his skidder. And it works. He said it works good, no issues. But he wants to get away from the Gearmatic and put I think it's a Clark brand. So, just because everyone has issues, and you know, most people don't use their skidders every freaking day, and the moisture and everything just is really hard on those Gearmatics. So he wants to get rid of it, but as far as I know, there's nothing wrong with it. So, anyways, that's the update. Shop's a mess. I painted in here. Can't really see it on my phone as bad as it is, but it is. Everything's covered with dust. Welder's covered with dust. Oh, you might be able to see it on the red. But definitely time to clean the shop up. So I covered all the yellow with that tarp. Just threw it over the top of everything so I didn't get green overspray on it. So I'm gonna have to buy, I'll wait till probably tomorrow, but I'm gonna have to buy another can of forest green, and then I painted both those with the one can, and you know, that mesh, painting that mesh uses up a lot of paint because there's a lot of area that you have to cover, even though it's barely anything. So I took my power saw and made a spreader bar up there so I could paint. But anyways, I'll have to work on my wife's car. Oil light keeps coming on. I'm hoping just the oil pressure switch, because about anything below 1,000 RPM, the oil light's on. It's full of oil. So I read online that's a common issue with these, so I'm hoping that's all it is. It doesn't make any ticking noise, a knocking noise, or lifter noise, or nothing. It runs smooth. But yesterday she came home and said her oil light was on, and I checked it and it was a half quart low, and I thought, well, maybe, or about a quart low, half quart low. I thought, well, maybe, you never know. So I topped it off and checked it today, and it's full. So, and it's still doing it. So I'm hoping that's all it is. But anyways, next time you see a video, I'll have the exhaust painted high temp black, the overspray on the wheels. I'm gonna cover up with I bought some flat black paint to cover up the overspray so it looks all fancy. And should have the tin on, the floors in, and probably not the lettering yet, but I might just hold off for a video until I get the lettering on and get it finished all the way, because I'm sure you guys can imagine what it's gonna look like with the tin on anyways. So anyways, talk to you later.